We interrupt this transmission to bring you the following live broadcast.
How's everyone doing tonight? Woo! It's Wednesday. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. With
John
ready in his chair. And almost 10 whole people watching from home. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? It's time for the ThinkSoJoE Show!
We're here. This is not John. I don't know if that came through to say John on the audio. This is not John. This is Lelan.
What's up?
You even got your own lower third, dude.
Hell yeah.
So I can't hear me in my headphones, but that's okay. As long as everybody else can hear me, we're good. Hey, look, Jazzy's even in the chat for you.
What's up, Jasmine? How you doing?
You guys sent me a message. Somebody sent me a message on Fiverr yesterday, right? And they're like, we want you to do a Mariah Carey voice. And I'm like, I don't, like, what the fuck? A Mariah Carey voice? And before I even got a chance to respond, Jasmine was in my inbox, like, sent me a screenshot of you guys talking about asking me to do a Mariah Carey voice. Can't hear me.
You know?
How did you know that I was wondering if you could hear me?
Oof.
Yeah, I don't know. It's showing that we have audio going out, so...
I can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay, good. I don't know. But, yeah, anyway. It's been a fucking week. Anyway. John will be back next week. John's getting oral surgery today. He's getting a tooth pulled. He was supposed to get two... Okay, they can hear me. Good, all right. He was supposed to get 2 teeth pulled, but they only pulled the one today. They're pulling the next one next Friday, but he'll be here for the show next week. He'll be back. So, speedy recovery to John, who's dealing with some other bullshit right now, and and I get to be a part of it. So, hooray. Yay. It's been a fucking week, man. Like, yesterday, the last couple of days, like, I had no fucking mobile service on my phone. Can he show us the tooth next week? I got to find out if he kept it. I know when I was a kid and they used to pull my teeth, they would give me the little fucking treasure chests and put the tooth in. I wonder if they did that for him. Let's find out. I'll ask him.
What do you do with that as a grown adult?
I know, right? I don't think I have mine anymore. I might. They might be in my basement somewhere, but what the fuck?
Jasmine will come and give you $1 for it or something.
Yeah, right.
Jasmine's the tooth fairy, everybody. Going to
I will ask him if he has the tooth and he can bring it next week. Yeah. But I had like no fucking service on my phone the last couple of days, to a point where like I called my mobile carrier. I'm like, yo, I got no, like, I can make calls and texts and everything on Wi-Fi, but like, this is ridiculous. And they were like trying to do everything. They're like troubleshooting. They're like, well, do this, restart the phone without the SIM card and put the SIM card back in. Do this, do that. We're going to reset it on our end. Nothing fucking worked. I'm like, why do I not have audio? What the fuck? Or not audio, fucking mobile service at my house. Like, what the fuck? So it got to a point where I'm like, should I just go to the store and be like, yo, give me new SIM cards? And they're like, yeah, go to the store and see if that helps. Like, all right. And so I call an Uber and I get in the Uber and I'm 2 blocks away and all of a sudden I have fucking full service. Get back home, no fucking service.
Oh, man.
So I'm like, fuck it, I'm here. I might as well see if I can get the phone I want. So I'm like, yo, can I get the, Pixel 7 Pro? And they're like, well, we don't have it in stock. And the way we would have to do it is we would have to take your old phone right now, but you wouldn't get the new phone for like 2 days. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So yeah. Steph's still late. I told her, she complained last week because I didn't tell her that, I didn't send her the link, so this morning, so as soon as I had the link, I'm like, here's the link. And she's still late. Still celebrating that Bills win over the weekend, I guess.
Some people are still waking up for it.
I guess.
Yeah.
I watched I had Steph over to watch the game with her friend Julie. They were looking for a place to watch. They came out to Stamps after the show.
Nice, okay.
After you guys had left.
Yeah.
And so we were hanging out, and they were She just walked in the door, she says, all right. But, like, I go outside, and they're talking to some dude that that they had just met, and they're like, can we come over to your house and watch the Bills game? And this dude's like, no. And they're like, come on, let us come over and watch the Bills game. No, I'm not, And, finally, as soon as, like, we got away from that dude, I'm like, you guys can come over to my house, watch it on the projector if you want, because I don't know that dude. He was just like, because they were like, oh, you guys know each other, right? And I'm like, no. And he's like, yeah, I know him. He's Top Hat Guy. Like, yeah, okay, sure, that's me, Top Hat Guy.
You have a reputation now.
I guess.
I
wear a top hat, I read a book, and I play a banana.
You are the most animated character in Yellow Sauce, perhaps, at this point.
First of all, Joe, he wanted us over and said he'd love to host. Okay, but you guys still didn't know the dude, so I was offering a safe place to watch the game because you guys know me. So
was this event a barbecue?
Fuck you. You and Dewey, fuck you both. Dewey and his fucking fart. I still got to record my fucking shit for that. I haven't had a chance. So
Smelling good. The flatulence will appear.
Probably just fucking do it before you go. I'll just break out a mic and just set it right here and be like, all right, what the fuck am I supposed to do here?
There we go. Yeah, I can coach you through it.
Yeah.
Nice.
When it's her time to go, it's her time to go, she says. So if she would have gone to this dude's house and gotten murdered, that was, it's all God's plan.
Maybe you would have waited until after the game.
Maybe.
You would have seen the win and basked in the glory.
Maybe.
Being a Bills fan. And...
It was a good game, I'll give it that.
I saw it was on in the room that I was in at the time.
Yeah.
I was there.
I was watching, and I was being as objective as possible. I wasn't rooting for either team. Because, I'm still mad that the Chiefs beat the Niners in the Super Bowl a couple of years ago, but... And also, I promised that if the Bills beat the Rams in Week 1, I would be nice to Bills fans for the rest of the season. And I'm pretty... I was not a pleasant viewer. What? I was being very objective, and I was very much, praising your team when they did well, and, calling it as I saw it. Yes, that was a trip. Anyway. Oh, man, I watched the Sabres game last night. This dude, Labushkin, just stood this dude up at the blue line like I hadn't seen a hit like that since 2006.
Hell yeah.
Like, damn, dude. And then he got hurt later in the game, so it's like, that fucking sucks, but...
Well.
They ended up winning 4-2 or something, so it's all good.
Hell yeah.
It's 2-1 are the Sabres. 4-1? 5-1 are the Bills? 5-1? Is that what it is? They did a thing. Fox Sports put out a thing yesterday that was like, all the New York teams, here's the record of the New York teams, and Bills fans just shamed them into doing another graphic that is New York teams, New Jersey teams.
Damn,
as soon as I saw that original post, I'm like, man, Bills fans are going to be in this fucking comment section. Sure enough, I opened the comment section. What do you mean New York teams?
That actually explains a lot of memes that I've saw today.
Yeah. They shamed the New York Post into fucking changing their shit. Or no, Fox Sports. It was Fox, NFL on Fox is their shit, yeah. So
we should just call it like it is at this point.
They're not wrong.
I play to the power of not wrong all the time. Just ask Ryan.
Yeah.
I'm not always right. Man, I'm never wrong either.
They're not wrong is going to get me in so much trouble because I'm over here saying that, I don't have to root for the Bills because they play in Orchard Park and I live in Buffalo.
Are they really a hometown team then?
And anytime I make this argument, I always sign off with, love a Santa Clara 49ers fan. Santa Clara is way further away from San Francisco than Orchard Park is from Buffalo, so I learned that the hard way. It was like an hour fucking Uber ride.
Who's organizing this whole football, this NFL bullshit that's going on? Who's organizing it, and why are they misnaming things?
I know, I mean,
I just want to get to the corporate side of football where we have the McDonald's Mariners and stuff like that. these companies that just own sports teams, and rather than like cities that are mislabeled, it's like these companies.
Well, I
that
mean, if we're gonna
commission
go,
these teams.
if we're gonna go with corporate ownership and names of teams, you mentioned the Mariners. The Mariners would be the Nintendo Mariners.
Oh shit! Okay.
Because I mean, they don't own as much of the team anymore. They still own a part of the team, but for the longest time, Nintendo was the majority owner of the fucking Seattle Mariners.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that at all. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
there you go.
Wow.
The more you know.
But
A little rainbow graphic for me or something.
we should just call it like it is, and it should be companies, not like sole people. You know.
Oh, we're
Not
getting
like
there, man. We're getting.
billionaires.
Like, I was watching the Sabres preseason game against the Penguins. The Penguins had a big fucking, like, I don't remember what the company was, but they had a fucking sponsor logo on their jersey. I'm like, ah, great. We're getting to that point.
That's the stage of capitalism I'm
Like-
speeding towards.
Like,
here.
I'm good with having it on the helmets. Now you're going to put it on the jerseys? Come on.
Yeah. I mean,
What are
look
we,
at NASCAR,
soccer?
man.
Yeah. NASCAR, right. It's like that Mitch Hedberg joke. Man, you really like Tide.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Love Mitch Hedberg.
Mitch Hedberg was the man.
Sure was.
Dude, I saw Mitch Hedberg when I was a kid, right? Like on TV.
Yeah.
Just in the middle of the night on like CBC or something, you know, just flipping through channels. And for years, I didn't know who the comedian was, but I would always tell the joke, like, you know, whenever somebody hands me a flyer, it's like they're saying, "Here, you throw this away."
Straight up.
I don't know who the people in the ad are, but buy our merch. Merch.ThinkSoJoe.com. Anyway,
Yeah.
they're just models from. I think the store we used to sell stuff through, so it's not even the same models.
Incredible. You know?
The same models as what's on our site now on you know, and it's the same models through both Living Brain Dead and ThinkSoJoe stuff. So
Humanity is derivative.
yeah,
That's what it is.
but yeah, I was about to buy a fucking comforter for my bed with the Living Brain Dead logo on it the other day,
Hell yeah.
but it was like $60. I'm like, I don't want to spend $60 on this.
fair, you know? But you could. You could make it, yeah. You could, like, you know what you should do is you should get, like, an embroidered carpet of the Living Brain Dead and then, like, sew that onto a comforter.
That could work, except I got to find somebody who will make one that big.
Fair?
Because right now, the biggest patches I could get through our distributors are this size.
Those are the largest?
This is the only size they have is like the 2-inch.
Where,
So I'm hoping they'll fucking go bigger and do like an 8-inch so I could just make a hockey jersey.
straight up. Yeah, that'd be
So.
cool. Oh, man.
Jazzy really wants a yellow sauce blanket.
You know, that's it's attainable. Perhaps, I don't know. You can make one. I wouldn't sue you. Ryan might, you know.
When I made that fucking hoodie for Music is Art and the t-shirt to go with it.
Hell yeah.
It had the yellow sauce emblem and on the back it's like, see us on the fucking kids stage.
That's the best way. Music is art, you know?
That's what I did for fucking Brain Dead this year too, was I just walked around with a t-shirt that said The Living Brain Dead, you know, Ganson Silo backstage at 7:15 or whatever, so, you know.
That's how I should do it next year. I should just go with like a dry erase board, like contraption that like extends over my shoulders. So I got dry erase on the front and the back, and I can advertise shows. But I could offer as a solicited service, like you could spend $10 and write your band's name in slot time.
Right?
You know?
That's a
Buy
good
me
idea.
drink, you know?
That's a good idea. I think I stole the idea from Dewey.
Yeah.
Because Dewey fucking always was walking around with like a sandwich board or something that said when his bands were playing at Music is Art.
That's the way to do it.
So it's like, yeah, I think that's, you know, that's fucking brilliant, man. So now people are walking behind you, they see the back of your shirt, and it's just like, this isn't a call-in show, Dewey.
Yeah, Dewey.
Not set up for that right now.
You can drive in. Joe's having a barbecue after the show.
Fuck you. Fucking Lelan tells Dewey that we're having a barbecue at a show, and all of a sudden it just becomes this joke that I fucking said we're having a barbecue.
You know, I can't explain it. I
I don't know. I have no
don't
idea.
remember any of it.
I don't know how any of this, like, somebody shared a screenshot, and that's the only reason I know that you were the culprit. Like,
You
Otherwise,
know,
I had no idea.
That screenshot was doctored, goddammit.
Yeah, I never promised anybody a fucking barbecue.
The thing is, though, is that the barbecue could have happened, you know, and Dewey would never know the difference because Dewey didn't come to the barbecue. So, you know, maybe
So
the
in that
running
case,
joke
we had
is
okay.
that it was a barbecue and it did happen.
It was fucking Mariah. I already talked about the Mariah Carey voiceover. It was the first fucking thing I said when we got on the air.
You tracked it right before we started.
Yeah. I just responded like, no, I could give you some James Hetfield yas.
Oh my God. I woke up and Dewey had sent me screenshots of this conversation on the Fiverr, and I laughed so hard I had the hiccups. And I didn't want to wake up yet. I couldn't get back to sleep because I had the hiccups, the wake up hiccups. And I've been awake ever since.
What was said was that you guys, like, I already knew it was you guys because fucking Jasmine spoiled it.
You know?
She messaged me a screenshot of you guys talking about it. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what that was.
You know? It could have ran for a long time. It could have been a long running joke. Could have been, you know, we could have had a whole working relationship.
Steph is trying to drive me nuts with some Taylor Swift. She says for Jasmine to fly here so they can have a Midnight's release party and drive me nuts. Guess what? I'm the only one of us that's fucking pre-ordered that fucking shit.
Wow.
Steph's texted me yesterday. She's like, oh, I need to pre-order this vinyl because I get, I don't even know what it was. Early access to Taylor Swift tickets for a tour or something. And I'm like, you know, I pre-ordered that. Like,
You trying to go see Taylor Swift on tour?
I might go see Taylor Swift on tour.
You know, YOLO. Feel that. You know, I'm sure it's a show.
Yeah.
There's
Saw Hanson a couple of years ago. Why not Taylor Swift?
Hanson? Yeah,
Hanson
you know,
was fucking awesome, dude. I'm not gonna lie. That was a good fucking show.
fucking bad. Good shit.
I would have gone to LFO if it wasn't the same night as Music is Art.
You know?
Mostly because Allie Burns was playing. She's playing fucking the Thursday after my birthday show. And, like, that's band practice night. I can't go.
Poop.
And again, it might not be, so who fucking knows right now? We're dealing with all kinds of bullshit with that. But
if she's playing late enough, maybe you can skedoodle on
Yeah,
after.
she's playing
Maybe you can
at,
practice at the show.
she's playing at Stamps. That's not too far away.
It's easy. Yeah, well, you know, from the current spot. Stamps is a fucking...
I cannot put Hanson and Taylor Swift in the same category. I didn't put them in the same category. I just said Hanson was a good show. And that I also think Taylor Swift would be a good show.
I think Dewey's calling me repeatedly. Yeah, that's what's happening.
He's leaving you
He's trying his
voicemails.
damnedest to call in right now. Dewey, you can't do that, all right? You know, you could have come. You could have been here. You know?
Man, we could have literally just gone and bought some burgers and had a, you know, I don't have a grill right now, but we could have.
It's fine. We'll make them.
Yeah, we got a fucking Foreman, like a knockoff Foreman grill. We could have made them up.
We should, you know, we'll do a ThinkSoJoE show barbecue extravaganza where Dewey drives in, and you know we'll just have a barbecue during, like if we can bring the cooking stuff in here, all the better. But you know, we'll just at least we'll make it as visually.
I mean, we can make
possible.
this. We could do a mobile fucking. Like,
You know?
we could do it with the laptop. That's easy.
There we go. You know,
Fucking John will cook.
he's still going. Holy crap!
He said answer your phone. He's in the chat telling you to answer your phone.
Do you want me to answer it? Should I answer
You're on the
it?
air, man. I always yell at John for fucking looking at his phone.
I'm not trying to look. I put it back here.
Right?
It's just it becomes distracting.
I know.
You know. I don't know. Dewey, should I shut it off?
I wouldn't shut it
What
off.
would you do if you were me? A guest on the ThinkSoJoE show.
I always have my shit on silent.
Fucking
But
Jasmine's calling me too now.
Jasmine's
Jesus
calling
Christ.
you too? Everybody's calling you.
This is. You guys.
They can literally interact with you through the chat. There's
You know,
literally a chat.
It's a whole interaction. It's Joe has specifically coded his show on Facebook, YouTube, wherever it is, so that you can leave comments on it at the bottom.
and
He
we
did
can
that
we can
himself.
see them.
Yeah,
We
and
can
that's
interact with you.
That's
That's what
software,
we
but that's impressive too.
that's what we do. We're on Twitch and Facebook, and he said he's leaving voicemails.
I saw at
We
least
saw-
one voicemail, you know. And we should play his voicemail just to spite him.
Jasmine left you one too, apparently.
You know, wow.
Everybody's calling you.
You know,
You
they
show
all
up on the
wanna-
show and you just become like uber popular now. They're all calling you. So what's up with Yellow Sauce? That's what that all is.
You know,
What's up? Was that really the last show?
sure was. We're never playing again. You know, Ryan and I, we burned it. We burned our instruments.
It was the best show ever too, wasn't
It
it?
was pretty good. It was a good time. I mean, like, you know, it was nostalgic. It was, in a way, it was like saying goodbye to the songs. You know.
I played the banana on a couple of songs.
Hell yeah, you know, Joe.
Instead of reading the book, I set the
instrument
book down.
banana.
I was actually playing an instrument, contributing to the music.
You know, that was spectacular. And it was well appreciated, I think, by everybody in the audience. Fucking, that show was great though. Fucking, it was like everything I want Yellow Sauce's last show at Stamps to be, with like, you know, it's just, it feels like a family by the end of the night.
And we were with such great bands too.
Oh man.
Finality Complex was great. Of course,
fuck
Dreadnecks
yeah.
are always fucking great. Something
Fuck
involving
yeah.
a monkey is just,
Oh man.
that's an incredible band. We're hoping to do some stuff with them next spring, so.
They're mind-boggling. Super
Yeah.
fucking cool stuff, man. Like, what a way for us to go though. Like, that's great company. And,
If that
like,
was the last show, that was a good last show.
I agree, you know. I see it exactly
So.
that way. But, you know, who knows what's to come. But, like, you know, Ryan and I burned our instruments and broke our hands. Well, Ryan broke his hands. So he can't play guitar ever again, you know. That's just Ryan said goodbye to the whole thing. And, yeah, so, fuck it. It's over, you know. Yellow Sauce broke up. No.
Yeah. We might be back. We might not.
Sorry for making a meme out of the whole thing. It's everyone else that did it, though. We posted, you know, and I was very concise. I was very clear. I said,
Exactly.
we're not going to play shows anymore. We're not going to play shows anymore. And everyone said, oh, no, Yellow Sauce is breaking up. And, you know,
I mean, we have a new album.
we have a new album. We haven't even released our new album yet. Like, there's things to come. Yellow Sauce exist. And I think, you know, we are always Yellow Sauce. Like, we the people.
Jazzy
of Yellow
says
Sauce.
she thinks she deserved a heads up. I think you got as much of a heads up as I did.
You know, it was like something that was discussed not super long before the thing happened, but like in a way that we were working towards it for a while. But like, what's gonna be the last show for now? And then that one was just, it was ideal.
Yeah.
You know?
I think I texted you like, hey, look at this thing I bought. And you're like, yeah, this one coming up on Friday is probably going to be the last one for a while. Like, oh, okay. And I
Yeah.
knew exactly why. Like, I didn't have to ask.
Right.
Like, I already knew. Like,
Straight up.
so, you know, it was for obvious reasons. And
Yeah.
then you put out the statement. It's like, oh, well, now you got to come out and see us Friday because you might not get to see us again.
Straight up. And
Uh,
thank
you-
you to those that did. You know, it was a family event.
You and I are going on to do some other stuff. You know,
Joe and I are gonna start a Primus cover band. Joe's playing bass.
fuck you.
Mr. Know-It-All's Primus covers. Come get them. They can't all be zingers. You know.
We're just talking about like some covers, and he's just like, yeah. So we're gonna play Primus, right? Like,
Primus is great.
no.
You know, well, you know, 80s and 90s, Primus is like the most relevant band from the 90s, easily. You know, the
Yeah,
most
easily.
memorable. I don't know, man. You know, and then the 80s, like Styx. You know, like that mid Styx. Between the 70s Styx that was spectacular and the 90s Styx that we don't really talk about. You know, the 80s was where it got weird.
I
That's
still
why
don't
it's
think I
special.
told John you want to do some Guns N' Roses covers.
I'll do some Guns N' fucking Roses covers, you know? Fuck.
Fucking Axel.
Appetite for Destruction is an album of
Mm-hmm.
only, it's basically a greatest hits album. They might as well just call it that. You know, if only they had the foresight.
It's the best-selling debut album of all time.
No shit. I didn't know that.
At least it was. I don't know if it may have gotten surpassed, but like it was the biggest selling debut album of all time for a long time. And I don't know if that's still true. I'd imagine it possibly is, but
Could be.
but yeah, somebody asked about the Tetris thing behind me. It is a light.
Can you rearrange it?
Yes, you can.
Oh shit.
The blue one's got to be on the bottom, but everything else can be rearranged.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's super cool. And like, is it lit by like the connectivity to one
Yep.
another? Wow, even cooler.
Yeah, it's like
You
those
know?
old like 80s touch lamps, except like once you connect it to the other pieces, it lights up, which is cool.
Do you remember those cubes that like they would sell at the Target and stuff? And like you had this little stick figure dude in your cube, and then like you could get friends that also had the cube, or you get more of these cubes, and then your stick figures can like walk over into each other's cubes with the magnet. You know, you put the two screens next to each other, and then like if you flip them upside down, the stick guys are like, "Whoa, no, we're being upside down." If you remember
No,
what
I don't
those
remember
are called
this.
in chat,
If anybody remembers that, let Leela
cube
know what
things,
they're called.
man. I had a couple of them.
I don't recall those, but that's
Stick figure cubes. We could figure it out.
I'm a little bit older than you, so just a little.
See, Steen remembers them. That's Marissa, my fiance.
Yeah, Marissa remembers.
See, do you remember what they're called though? You know, or can you Google it in a way that's not me being rude on the air here?
Ask me if birds are real.
Yeah, Joe.
I mean,
Careful how you answer this question because it really shapes people's opinion of who you are.
Scott Leffler's terrified of them, so they must be real.
I mean, there's a lot of reasons to be terrified of birds, whether or not they're real. I think there are just as many reasons to be scared of birds if they're not real.
Fair.
Like, I'm not going to claim that I know if birds are real. I'm not even going to claim what I believe because that's very personal.
Is Mark watching today? Mark can tell you if birds are real. He owns one. I don't know if I haven't seen him in the chat though. So, oh, Jill's here too.
Hell yeah.
You missed Dewey leaving us like 1,600 voicemails on Leland's phone.
They actually, I think that they stopped. They gave up. That's good. That's not a sign to begin again, okay? We're done with that part of the show here, all right?
You missed me getting yelled at for mentioning Hanson and Taylor Swift in the same breath.
That's true, yeah, you know? It's fine, though. I mean, what if Hanson and Taylor Swift went on tour together, you know? That could
Right?
be,
That would be
could
an incredible
thing.
tour.
That'd be super cool, you know? I think
Yeah.
that's just what Taylor Swift needs, and, like, Hanson...
Dude, that
like,
Hanson show was
Hanson touring
amazing.
in the first place is a good thing, but, like, you know, I think that's what they need. They need each other. What if they did a song together?
Dewey says he thinks Hanson could beat up Taylor Swift. I mean, there's 3 of them.
You know?
There's one of her.
I think that you should challenge Taylor Swift with that, Dewey. I think that you should give it to her and tell her, listen,
Hanson, Taylor Swift, and Rob Zombie tour.
you know, I would see that tour though.
Me too.
That would be like most likely scenario for me to catch the Taylor Swift tour, to be honest. Like
I didn't like any of like Rob Zombie's solo stuff until I saw Rob Zombie live.
Rob Zombie's cool live.
Like I love White Zombie, but I was never like into like anything he did after that. And just like I saw him live, I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty good.
Hell yeah.
Jill says, bopper in the face.
You know? That's how it's gonna go.
Tell you, man, that Hanson show was fucking amazing. Like I would totally go see them again.
Hell yeah.
Like that was like I went because like Karina wanted to go. She was like, oh, let's hey, Hanson's coming. I'm like, all right, cool, we're going.
Where did they play?
I can't believe I've come here to listen to Joe talk about Rob Zombie. Yep. They played at fucking Kleinhans with the orchestra.
Oh shit, no
Yeah.
way. That's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Yeah, it was a fucking amazing show, dude. Just
What an experience.
incredible. Yeah.
Is that the phone number to call Hanson by? That's probably you want us to call out to you, Dewey. That's tricky, that guy.
Dewey just put his own phone number in the chat.
He probably did. Somebody in chat called Dewey and make him regret it.
He says it's not his number.
You know, I still don't trust that number. It could not be his, and I wouldn't trust it.
I don't have Dewey's number, I don't think.
That
so.
might be Ryan's number.
Maybe. He doesn't know whose number that is.
Well,
I have no idea whose number that is either. Maybe it's Vertigo Child's number. We're about to play them.
hell yeah.
No, excuse me. Jupiter Trolley. Wrong band. I don't even have my fucking list up because I had to reboot the computer. There we go. There's the list. All right, we got Jupiter Trolley. They're performing at Mohawk Place, 47 East Mohawk Street in Buffalo tomorrow night with the Midnight Sconce, Quaker Gun Club, and Wired at 7 p.m., $7, 18 and up. So go check that show out tomorrow if you're not busy. And this is Jupiter Trolley, and this song is, this is Jupiter Trolley, and this song is called No Disguise on All WNY, Think So Joe Show.
All right.
All right, that was Jupiter Trolley on All WNY Think So Joe's show. The song called No Disguise. I'm tripping over words today, man. That's going to be fun for work later.
Well, I did.
Luckily, I did most of my work last night, so I should be all right.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know, I often have a hard time speaking you know, just like what I intend to speak as I intend to speak it, you know. You slip and you fall. Sometimes you really fucking fall, you know, and that's part of being life.
Do you ever have words? Is there any like specific word that you just cannot say? I've had this conversation with other people, like Annie from Jackknife Stiletto cannot say Arabica, like Arabica coffee. She can't say it.
I mean, there's always the Worcestershire, which, like, I think, you know, I realized, I think today or yesterday, that TikTok as a whole seems to have given up on Worcestershire sauce. And, like, I personally, like, I felt like I had a better grasp on what it was called before. Like, and, like, you know, my TikTok, I'm, like, super big on the food TikTok and, like, the cooking and stuff. Like, because, you know, I have a lot of my favorite MasterChef art, chefs and stuff, and like I like to cook and stuff, but like, man, like nobody's putting in any effort for Worcestershire, and like I'm no longer have any sense of identity with the thing. I don't know the right way to say it.
I never knew the right way to say that. So
you know, so
that's one of those things. Like anytime I see it, if it comes up in a script, I have to like Google it. Like, how the fuck do you say this? For the longest time, though, like when I was younger and like AIM was like a brand new thing, because that's how old I am. I could not say the words instant messenger. Could not say it. I could say it now. I just couldn't say it then.
What did it sound like? What would you
like instant messenger? Like it just I would stumble over the fucking words. I couldn't say it.
Feel that?
Like now I can say it.
It's tricky.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, coming on to all these new words and series of words that you wouldn't expect to be used together. Like Hanson and Taylor Swift, you know, you're bundling things. It's
my worst phrase right now is in an interview. Like whenever that's in a fucking script, I have to record it at least 2 or 3 times.
Oh yeah.
Because I can't fucking say it like in the context of a script. I just can't fucking do it. It just never comes out right the first time.
Like the
they
words
just
in
kind
an
of like
interview is like tongue twisty.
Yeah, right. They blend
Yeah,
together like it's
that's
weird.
true.
But
Wow.
yeah, no, I remember we booked Jackknife Stiletto on one of my Halloween shows one year, and I can't say I don't have to poop after eating Taco Bell, or fucking Taco Bell.
I was already like maybe gonna get Taco Bell after this, so like.
Now you're definitely gonna get Taco Bell after this. That was a sign.
Joe, for probably confirming.
It was a sign.
You know.
We were out last weekend, and Jill's like, "Oh, we're gonna have a banned TikTok." I'm like, "Yeah, and." Like, just because I'm old and don't have my own TikTok doesn't mean, because like
is there not already a Living Brain Dead TikTok, or was that just Katie's TikTok under that name?
Katie might have had one under that name.
Yeah, because I swear
I have nothing to do with TikTok,
it's
so
at least the logo and like
I know Yellow Sauce is on TikTok.
Yeah, you know, and that's
what I told her. I'm like you're threatening to put us on fucking TikTok. Yellow Sauce is already on TikTok. Like I already have a banned TikTok.
We went pretty hard on TikTok for a while, and you know, like that might be something that I could be to come for non-shows Yellow Sauce. You know, perhaps a season 2 of what we had done.
The new purple brisk tea at Taco Bell tastes like purple flurp. Apparently, Tim from Ningwood Records has been impersonating me on TikTok.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
so that's cool. I mean, is there like a hashtag for it that we can Google or something, man? Because I'll be here for that.
I don't know if I've ever actually personally been in a TikTok video. I could have been and not known it, but I don't know that I am. Am I on the Yellow Sauce one at all? I don't think so.
That's what I'm thinking about right now, and I can't place it. I don't think you are. You know, we got Bob Paul, late stage. Resurrection Bob Paul, what I call mascot Bob Paul, because the truth is it's not really Bob Paul, it's just a mascot version of Bob Paul that appears on TikTok, because Bob Paul's dead, motherfucker. Like Bob Paul's gone.
Yeah.
And that's just how it be. But TikTok's a place. It's certainly a place where things happen and people find things. So, you know, Good subject. It's good stuff to talk about too. You know?
I'll see like TikTok. Like I've been watching a lot of like YouTube shorts and fucking Facebook, like the little, their knockoffs of TikTok
It's all
stuff.
the same
So
thing. Most people all have like you got your Instagram Reels account, you got your Facebook account, your TikTok account. You upload it all around. Ryan and I got this friend Joey who will not go on TikTok. He doesn't. And he did it for a little while and he's like, I really hate TikTok. And we're like, TikTok really caters to what you tell it you like. So you should probably like yourself more or try to get TikToks that are vibing with you more,
Right.
And so he doesn't, and he sends us like Facebook Messenger or Facebook video messages in our little group chat. And I always find the same video on TikTok and send it back to him. I don't know why you're so scared of it. It's just the same, same thing on a different platform.
Mark just jumped in the chat, and we were talking about birds earlier, and they're trying to tell me that birds aren't real. And I said that Mark would know if birds are real.
There's a lot of speculation about the genuinity, if that's a word, of birds.
Sure.
There's a lot of speculation.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
Which of the reindeer would win in a fight? Jeez, I don't know.
That's a really good question. Not Rudolph, because Rudolph's running the litter. Rudolph's going down first, because everyone's sick of his bullshit anyway.
Right.
Maybe Dancer, because Dancer's fit, Dancer, by name.
I don't know. Dewey says Rudolph.
Rudolph? Underdog, man. This guy's a Bills fan over here.
I don't know, man. The Bills looked pretty good the other day, I'll tell you that.
They do, But, it's just the history that makes them an underdog team at this point.
That was a close game the other day, man. I get you. I don't
really have a place to speak about it.
Who should sing for Tool when Maynard dies? Will he not? Nah, fucking Bill Manspeaker.
Somebody should sing for Tool when Maynard dies?
Bill Manspeaker of Green
Jello.
Jello.
Doesn't value himself very much in Tool.
Dewey knows who fucking Bill Manspeaker is. I'm explaining it to him.
Is.
Fucking Bill Manspeaker should sing for Tool.
I would watch that show. I'd be there for that. Birds are real. Oh shit.
He has bites and bird poop to prove it.
Well, shit.
There you go.
Okay.
I was just talking about Bill Manspeaker earlier because apparently the new Taylor Swift record, Midnights, which comes out I think tomorrow at midnight, has been sent to people early.
Wow.
I didn't get mine yet, so I'm not one of those people.
Did you order the vinyl?
Yeah.
Nice.
And I was like, hey, yeah, I had that happen once. I pre-ordered the Garage Band Kids fucking Green Jello record, and it got here 6 months early.
Wow, holy crap. That's service.
And she goes, and I'm like, yeah, I got it. I posted about it on Facebook, and Bill Manspeaker was in my inbox 5 minutes later, hey, can you write a review? Yeah, sure, whatever. I got fucking Bill Manspeaker of Green Jello DMing me. All right, yeah, sure. Whatever you want, dude. I got you.
Hell yeah.
So
thanks to Dewey, Yellow Sauce made it into a Green Jello music video because Dewey was wearing his Yellow Sauce shirt when he was in the Green Jello music video.
I saw that. I remember that.
That was some super cool Deweying if I ever saw it, man. Fuck. Right up there with when he made us our own Green Jello puppet banana helmet head.
Which I wore when I played with fucking XM Priory.
Tried
to anyway, and I couldn't get the guitar strap over it, so I had to take it off.
It's a wee bit tall, that nanner. But it's, that thing went with us to Cleveland.
Yeah, it did.
It sat on stage for a lot of shows, and sometimes the rando would pick it up, and, that's really what we wanted. We were here for that.
Right.
The randos to pick it up and put it on and do their little dance.
Rando
dance.
Green Jello record somewhere in the shelf over there with fucking Dewey's picture in it.
Oh, shit.
Fucking Ryan Craig took the picture.
Nice.
Yeah. Got photo credit on it and everything. That's cool.
Hell yeah.
I didn't even know. I bought the fucking record and I got home and, Ryan's like, hey, anybody see this picture I took of Dewey in the fucking Green Jello record? I'm like, no. Let me open this right now and fucking look. Oh, hey, look.
Incredible. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
Hell yeah.
It's always cool to see my friends' pictures in fucking record things. Why is Brian sideways? Because it's a flag, and that's the easiest way for me to hang it up. He's also right side up, right next to it and to the left, but you can't see it because it's
He's on one of my pins, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. right there on camera. Yeah, he's
Here,
up
Brian.
there. He's over there. He's over there. Brian's all over the studio.
I had a little thought recently that, like, you know, this is the hat that I always wear when I go to, like, shows and concerts and stuff. So, like, I like to think that, you know,
He's with you.
Brandon's kind of
He's with you. Yeah.
Brian's kind of watching the show with me, you know. You saw Rammstein with me, if that's the case, you know.
I always wear a fucking Living Brain Dead wristband to go to shows,
Yeah.
and like that I know Brian would have wanted to go to, and that's my way of like taking him to these shows that he would have loved. Like,
Oh, yeah.
when I saw, like, I started doing it with fucking Rancid last year because like Brian never got to see Rancid. He said every time he had a ticket for Rancid, something happened where he couldn't go,
Shoot.
and he passed away before they came back. So it was like, all right, I'm bringing Brian with me in spirit. So I wore the fucking wristband. That was the first time I did it. And I've done it for like War on Women because Brian was the one that introduced me to them, and like the fucking Bomb Pops because Brian would have loved that show.
Nice.
Did Brian see Rob Zombie with you?
With you? No.
With me? No.
Not with me.
Brian was still alive and did not go to that show. I went with somebody that didn't like Brian, so Brian was like cool enough to just be like, yo, I'm gonna back off. You can hang out with me, and I won't hang out with you while you're hanging out with him. Which was like, it should have been a fucking red flag right there to just like ditch the other dude and hang out with Brian. I know somebody in the chat right now is going through a similar fucking situation, so, you know. What's the strangest thing you've ever purchased?
Oh, no. I don't know.
Oh,
That's a good
jeez.
question.
Yeah, I'd have to really think about that.
Strange purchases.
Strange purchases.
You know, when Yellow Sauce was going to have our CD, like, made, like, our ballad album, I was getting these ads on Hulu for like, CD distribution of, like, 1,000 and more, and I was like, there's no way that's not targeted as hell. Like,
Yeah, right?
Like, what a random thing to, like, have an ad for a CD distributor for, like, 1,000 plus prints of a CD, a deal on 1,000 or more, you know? Like, who just on average is looking for stuff like that? Not everybody, but, you know, it was ridiculous. But that's not something I purchased that's very strange, unfortunately. By that same logic, I could say that purchasing printed CDs in bulk is probably strange in the context of the average individual. However, you know, it's not the raunchy answer you're looking for, I know, so I'm trying to think of like something.
I would say maybe the Menudo record that's somewhere up in the stacks here.
Menudo. I bought one time a CD at FYE that said that Barack Obama was the artist and his face was on it, and it's called Yes We Can, I think. And it was not Barack Obama on it. I don't think he had anything to do with that CD. He was just on it, and it was attributed to him. But it was like just a bunch of America songs. It's about like $3 on it, though. You know, it's not. Sometimes you got to take a jump on these things. Like if Barack Obama sang an album of songs, like that'd
Sure.
be great. And I've been saying for years that somebody should campaign for president on tour. Like their campaign, just make an album that is the campaign.
Don't give Kid Rock ideas.
That's true. Oh my God, no, I don't want to create that.
Yeah, don't put that out there because he will fucking do that.
Somebody do it right, okay?
Did I ditch Rob Zombie to hang out with Brian? No, because it was Rob Zombie and Alice Cooper, and I'd never seen either of them live before.
Shit.
At that point, so it was like, all right, I'm going for Alice Cooper, and then Rob Zombie was pretty fucking cool, but Alice Cooper just fucking blew me away. He was doing like,
Yeah.
It was his Theater of Death tour, so he was dying like 4 times each show.
I just like had a whole thing about should I go see him at Shea's, and I didn't, and I'm kicking myself for it, you know? I'd never seen Alice Cooper.
Yeah, he was just here, and I wanted to.
Yeah.
I don't remember why I couldn't go, but I couldn't go. So but I've seen him like 3 or 4 times now. Mark wants to know, how could anyone not like Brian? Like I said, it should have been a red flag. It should have immediately been a red flag. Like, dude, you have a problem with Brian? Like, what the fuck?
You know?
All one of us, maybe 2, want to know when the Taco song will be released, and why will it be tomorrow at midnight?
No. What?
We got to compete with Taylor Swift. We got to put the Taco song out.
I'm not competing with Taylor Swift.
Right? I don't want to
No.
compete with Taylor Swift.
I could never. Taylor Swift deserves it all. Let's just put it there, you know? There's years of artistry that goes into Taylor Swift. You know, the Taco song, it's canceled. It's gone. You know,
We haven't
gone.
played it in days.
We haven't played it in days. Yeah, that's a good point. It's literally been
I was
days.
honestly surprised you guys played it.
We had a discussion.
We played
about
it because I played the fucking banana on it.
Yeah, that's
Fucking,
true.
I'm just like, Jasmine says she'll buy it. Yeah.
Thank you, Jasmine. I would never make you pay for the taco song if we were to release it. Okay, that's
Never mind the fact that she has a copy of it.
no. Yeah, it's fine, dude.
What?
Kent.
Josiah should not have banned you. Josiah, I don't know what's
I
going
don't.
on.
Yeah, you know, it's fine.
Josiah's the dude from Cardboard Homestead.
Hell yeah. I haven't seen. Have they been playing around? Because I haven't seen them.
Yeah, man, they've been playing a lot of shows.
Yeah.
Saw them a couple of times. Every fucking time I see them, it just gets crazier and crazier. Like I saw them. They played at fucking Good Bar, and as I'm leaving and waiting for a fucking Uber, right? Like, Ian is outside, and some dude comes out of the bar with a brick. Where he got this brick, I have no fucking clue, right? I've told this story on the show before, but I'll tell it again just to get to this, through this point of how crazy these Cardboard Homestead shows get. So this dude, like, Ian's like, this is what I found out about this. I don't think I've ever actually told this side of it on the show, because I actually talked to Ian about it and found out. The dude is like, this is my baby. And Ian's like, let me see your brick. And just like, be careful with it. It's my baby. And Ian fucking took it and slammed it on the fucking ground.
Oh, man.
So the dude got pissed. And Ian picked it up and fucking slammed it on the ground again. And then security got involved. And then my Uber showed up, so I don't know how the fuck that ended up playing out. But like, fucking, the next time I saw Cardboard Homestead was on a Friday night at Good Bar. And Friday nights at Good Bar are kind of crazy because they have bands downstairs and upstairs. And there were a lot more people downstairs than upstairs, as is usually the case. And somebody goes downstairs in between bands, and they go out to the patio, and they're just like, yeah, there's music upstairs too. You should come check out this band. Come check out this band. Come check out this band. And like a few fucking people come up, like these fucking girls. The way I described this night is I have no idea what the fuck just happened, but I'm pretty sure it involved a fake ID.
Okay.
These girls come up, and like, Cardboard Homestead's been covering Complicated by Avril Lavigne. And they get up on stage and start singing along with them, and fucking, like, next thing I know, one of them's got the bass player's bass. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? It was just weird. It was crazy.
And
I, and it just, that's how Cardboard Homestead shows have been going, but they have been happening. They should cover Rob Zombie instead of Avril Lavigne.
Wow. I would be here for that,
Yeah,
I have a really fond memory of watching Ian. I think Cardboard Homestead might have just been Ian at the time, even, like, years ago, like 2017 maybe. And, like, we played a show with Cardboard, and Ian was Cardboard, and he got up on the bar, and he was playing to us on the bar. It was spectacular. It's one of those moments when you're at Stamps, and you kind of realize you don't really need to be on a stage. You just are, and like, but like, it was like making the most of that situation. Like, I mean, the bar room everyone was having a good time. All those people that wouldn't have gotten up and gone to the stage,
Mm-hmm.
It was like, that suddenly was super fun. I don't know if, like, being on the bar at Stamps is great, because, like, I don't know how well carpentered that is,
Dude, I stuck around Stamps for a while afterward, because like Steph and her friend Julie showed up after like everybody left.
Right.
And Stamps is just weird when there's not a show going on. Like, it's a completely different place.
I feel that. Saucy Wednesdays was interesting when Ryan and I were hosting.
Don
the
Roth
open
showed
mic
up like
there.
after you guys left.
Did he?
Yeah.
No shit, after the show.
Yeah.
Wow, he usually leaves early. I figured he was an early.
He showed up after you guys left.
Wow,
Leland, what do you have to say about drugs?
Drugs?
Drugs.
Like the band?
I don't know. She just said, what do you think about drugs?
I don't have a lot of opinions about drugs. I think that drugs are an excuse for the police and for the law to reel some people in and to keep this corporate prison thing happening for themselves. I think drugs are an excuse to, that's a lot of what I think about it. And I think that drugs should be the decision of people that do them, but like, am I interested in doing drugs? I mean, now that weed is legal, is it still a drug? Question. I don't think so. So no, I don't do drugs.
Fair enough.
What do I have to say about POTUS XXX? POTUS XXX is it's a shit posting band that is we the shit posters of POTUS XXX have created the most flatulent song perhaps of all time, Pre-Pandemic Fart. It's currently in production. Joe's going to record his parts to it at gunpoint when we finish the
Pretty much
show
right
tonight.
after the show, yeah.
And it's going to go
Dewey
great.
says no. He says no names. No names.
No names?
No names.
What do you mean no names, Dewey? I was gonna joke. I'm not gonna say it because he'll do it, but no names. I don't know. What do you mean, Dewey? What do you mean no names? I'll let him get back to that. But
Yeah. No, I'm doing my part right after we finish up here. I'm gonna plug in a microphone. We're gonna pull up the record. We're gonna pull up whatever fucking software I need. And we'll make
Joe
sure.
name.
Joe name. Okay. We'll get that shit done. So.
Right. What the public needs to know about POTUS XXX is follow it on Facebook and Instagram and stuff. Song about a fart, a pre-pandemic fart. This is a fart of longevity, to say the least. And it'll be here soon. Joe's going to be on it.
I'm already on it.
Joe is already on it, and he gave me his permission to steal from the show.
I did.
Last week, and
I didn't know about it until I got sent the fucking file. I'm like, oh shit, okay.
I said to Dewey specifically, I was like, if Joe didn't want me to steal from his show, he wouldn't post it on YouTube. God damn it! And so away I did.
That's how copyright law works, right?
Hell yeah!
It's on YouTube. It's mine.
And then, even further down the pipeline for POTUS XXX, we have the pre-pandemic fart song Helium Edition, which is where we've sonically altered the song to make it sound like we're all high on helium. Because that's what happens when you smoke helium.
Right. Remember working in fucking Office Max, and we just had all these like helium balloons around. So we had a helium tank to make sure we could fill up the balloons, and it's just like
Shouldn't do that.
yeah, probably not.
My bad, everybody.
And it's just like, oh, sell like we have this sale going on, so we had this helium tank, so we'd all just fucking like when it's dead, just stand back in the fucking office and just hit the
Hell yeah.
helium, like yeah, singing fucking Journey and shit. Just a small town girl.
So way back when I was in Ritual Walk, like 10 years ago, probably 10 years ago, we used to cover Killing in the Name by Rage Against the Machine, but our guitar player, Nick,
Helium Lelan
would
coming
sing
up.
it.
Is this it? Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, shit. So Ritual Walk's guitar player, Nick, would cover Killing in the Name. He would do the vocals. And he, the one time we brought a helium balloon, and he, inhaled it, right up to the start of the song. And, man, was it funny as hell when he, performed that way. Killing in the Name. You know Killing in the Name.
Yeah.
Oh, man. What a fucking, ha-ha moment. That was
Spectacular. Wow. It's,
Yeah.
hard to concentrate on talking that way, Joe.
Yeah.
Made it a little tricky to tell my story. Who's on the track, fam? Well, Jasmine's on the track, fam. That's who's on pre-pandemic fart. Dewey's on it. Joe's on it. I'm on it.
Jasmine was texting me yesterday about it. I'm like, yeah, I haven't gotten around to doing my part. She's like, yeah, I haven't either. And then 10 minutes later, she's already done it. I'm like, fuck, I'm the only one. I'm the last one.
We got Ryan mixing and mastering it a little bit too. I'm mixing it right now.
Cool.
Ryan's been in the he kind of took over that aspect of it just for some fresh ears, and
Nice.
you know, the mind of Ryan is a special one. You know, as long as you got to reward him with some eggs after the fact, and everything's fine. You know.
There's another song that got lost though when you took that album down. It was fucking Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise is, I believe Mayonnaise is definitely still on YouTube, and we've re-uploaded the.
That's right. You guys did a video for that.
We did. You know, that was perhaps one of the best things I've ever done. MS Paint, you know, you can't go wrong. Made a few different cards. You saw the timing of the thing, you know, and like I would never do that again. Or maybe
Ryan is mixing it while we yell at everything he changed.
Yeah, you know, we're being a little hard on Ryan, but that's how you got to handle Ryan, man. You can't be nice to Ryan. You got to be a dick to him. That's just how it goes. Ryan sucks eggs, you know.
Right. All right. For those of you looking for something to do on Saturday night out here in West Seneca, performing Saturday at Rusty Nickel Brewing. That's 4350 Seneca Street out in West Seneca at 8 p.m. is PA Line. And this song is called Piece of Love on all WNY Think So Joe Show.
Well, it's something that you say that really struck me deep. You said that everybody wants a piece of love, but what's left for me? Well, give me a chance to speak. I'll give you something to believe. That if everybody wants a piece of love, well, I hope that piece is me. Well, I'll be your heart, and I'll be your home, and I'll be your freedom. Soul. And I'll be your drive, and I'll be your goal. Well, I'll be your wisdom, and I'll never let you go, let you go, let you go, let you go. It's something that you left with me. I try to carry through my life. You only left me with a piece of love and a dream you'd be my wife. Look, give me a chance to try. I'll try to make everything right, 'cause I know that everybody wants a piece of love, and for the dreams to come alive. Oh, well, I'll be yours, and I'll be your home, and I'll be your freedom, and I'll be your soul. Well, I'll be your drive, well, I'll be your goal, I'll be your wisdom, and I'll never let you go, let you go, let you go, let you go. Well, everybody wants a piece of love. 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 I hope there's left for me, 'cause I know that I want a piece of your love, and I want you to believe.
That was PA Line on all WNY Think So Joe Show. Song called Piece of Love. You can catch them Saturday at Rusty Nickel Brewing, 4350 Seneca Street in West Seneca at 8 p.m. Saturday night.
That was a fucking jam.
There's a few shows going on Saturday night. We're going to play some songs from some other bands that are also playing Saturday night.
Nice.
PA Lion's a band I don't play too often on the show because I feel like they're like way above our pay grade. Like they are just fucking amazing.
Hell yeah.
And like I met them when we first came back with All WNY with Scott Leffler at the helm, and we did the All WNY Awards, and I hosted in like 2017. So
Yeah.
cool fucking band, and really like I said, we don't usually play them because I feel like they're just like way above this show. So but it's cool.
It's promotion.
Yeah.
Go see them play on Saturday.
Go see them Saturday at Rusty Nickel Brewing up the street here.
Rusty Nickel.
Yeah, it's not too far from here. It's out here in West Seneca, so. But
Yeah.
But or maybe go see one of the other bands we're gonna play later on. Always looking to play some bands and attend some shows. And
Hell yeah.
been out the last couple of weekends. We saw Karma Queen this past weekend over at Tapo's Pizzeria.
Cool.
Which was
shit.
like not a fucking music venue.
That's sometimes the best way to do it, though,
It would be if it sounded good.
I want to figure out, like,
I love Karma Queen, and it's nothing against Karma Queen, but that venue is not meant for a fucking live band.
Super fair,
But it was but like walking in, it was like total Nashville vibes. Like this place that John and I went when we got to fucking Nashville, like we've talked about this because you recommended a fucking hot chicken place. And our Uber driver was like, nah, don't fucking go there. Go to this place. So we go to this place, Prince's, and we walk in, and it's just this whole fucking food court that takes up like 2 buildings. And there's bands playing in each fucking building on like each floor of each building. They do like big shows up on the fucking roof.
Hell yeah.
So like, and like I got that kind of vibe walking into that place, but that was not a fucking live music place. It was a cool place. Pizza was pretty good. But like, Karma Queen's a great band. See them someplace with good sound. But, and do it the next time you get a chance, because they are fucking incredible if you haven't seen Karma Queen yet, so.
Banging.
Yeah. John and I will go all day talking about, everybody should go see fucking Karma Queen. So
Are they one of the bands that are playing this weekend?
No, I didn't see him on the list for this weekend. We didn't even play him on the show last week, because we were just, like, I just found so much stuff going on, and it was just, they kind of got lost in the shuffle, so I'm like, all right, we're going to go see Karma Queen at fucking Tapo's.
Fuck yeah.
And Tapo's is the same fucking, they're the ones that had that shit dress code, like, during the pandemic, where it was like, don't wear hoodies, and don't wear fucking gang colors, and don't wear this, and don't wear that.
People
like,
were harping on them for that, too.
Yeah, well, yeah, they were.
Yeah, they had it coming.
So.
Can't do that.
Nope.
This is the music scene,
Right.
Everyone that comes to your show, you be fucking grateful, first of all,
Yup.
Damn straight. Fucking money in the door,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I don't know if that was like specifically their downtown location that had just opened, but like, yeah, that was fucking ridiculous. Because like we mentioned to our bass player Joe, like, hey, we're gonna go to Tapo's Pizza, and he's like, yeah, that's a fancy place, man. Like, it didn't seem that fancy. Like half the fucking people were just watching the Yankees game, which the Yankees were winning at the time, and then we got to Tudor Lounge like after we left, and the Yankees lost. Like, I'm just sitting there like, well, something involving a monkey would be happy.
Yeah, they're not a fan. They made that clear.
They were very excited that the Indians won Game 2 the day of the show.
Give it to them.
They ended up losing the series. That's besides the point.
You got to celebrate your small victories.
Yeah.
This is Buffalo we're talking about here. That's a lesson that we, as Buffalo people, are familiar with.
Mm-hmm.
You take your wins. It's not about the season. It's about that game.
Yep.
Where is Squirrel?
Squirrel's in the bedroom where she usually is, or hanging out in the bathroom. Squirrel's one of my cats.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cat-tastic.
Yep.
I got cats at home.
I've met your cats. One of them anyway. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the one of them's usually like more, like he'll demand attention the second he meets you. The other one's more like, you know, if you've been around for a while, he'll come see what's up, you know, but like he's not jumping out to meet people necessarily, which like I can respect that kind of energy as a introvert, but like,
Right.
you know, when you live in this house and you don't go outside and then outside sometimes comes in, I mean, that's a pretty big deal,
Sure.
you know.
That's why, like, my cat Sylvester will hide until there's food.
Nice, you know. There's things that make you come out, and food is one of them.
But we got pizza the other day while the Bills game was on, and like Gibson and Snowball were like just right up in everybody's shit. And then as soon as the food got here, Sylvester's like, "Yo, food."
Hell yeah.
That's why I'm glad my projector remote has a fucking laser pointer in it, because then it's just like, get the fuck away from the food.
You know, you can feed your cats sliced apples. You have to peel them. You gotta wash them and peel them and whatever, but like, and cut them up. But you can feed your cats apples. And we tried, and our cats didn't want any part of it. They were not interested in the apples, but you can apparently do it, you know.
I did not know
Always
that.
look up if you should feed your cat something before you feed your cat
right.
something, you know, just...
Well, I mean, I'm not feeding the cat pizza. He just jumps up where the boxes are.
Yeah, pizza's probably fine.
And it's like, dude, keep moving. Like, don't fucking stand by the pizza. Keep going.
Straight up.
So,
Our one cat also gets like super excited like with particular foods, and like I mean very particular foods. Like I think 4 times in his life I've seen him just like really want to know what the mom or dad has, you know, like and it was one time when Marissa had gotten a sub from Joe's Deli, and this cat was like, he went straight feral all of a sudden. Like he's normally he's the one that you met, and he's just like super friendly, and he's just like
right.
too nice. Normally could give a shit what the people are eating, you know, but like it was this particular, just a regular ass turkey sub that like honestly, you know, has been in the house before, you know, a few times, and like, why all of a sudden is this your life's mission, you know? Also, do you ever have like, do your cats ever like worship strange objects? Like, we have like, if we have like a rag that's like kind of like if we clean the house or something, we have a rag that's kind of dirty, like you toss it in the corner until you're going to take it to the laundry or whatever. The cat, like, if it's 2 seconds, the cat will be like on it and like praising the damp rag from the corner, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what? It's so weird.
Yeah, that's cats for you, man.
I love them.
Yeah,
know?
oh, me too.
Cat person, no, forever.
I saw a picture pop up in my memories of my 2 cats that passed away last year, and I sent it to my daughter. I was like, I miss these 2 cats.
Feel that.
Yeah.
They're so family oriented usually, you know, a lot of them.
That's how I got that fucking banana I played the other day. Is my kid saw it at fucking Guitar Center. She's like, you should buy this for your other band. I'm like, hell yeah, I should. Like,
Hell yeah.
I didn't practice or nothing, and I'm just like, John was a sissy and couldn't eat the jalapeno pizza.
Jalapeno pizza?
Yeah, there's fucking...
Jalapenos aren't scary, John.
Yeah. I think it was more like his teeth were fucking bothering him. He couldn't fucking eat shit. Like,
That's fair. That's
yeah.
reasonable as heck.
Yeah. Poor dude. And then we're like standing there, and we went to Tudor after. We're just standing there like, yeah, let's, you want to go home, dude? Let's go home. And then like 2 hours later, we're still at fucking Tudor. I'm buying people drinks. I'm like, John, what do you want to drink?
Hell yeah.
Like,
Oh no.
Like, all right, man. Like, you don't want water or nothing? Like,
Damn. Oof. It's a hard time.
him and Jill went for a walk. I bought Jill's friend a drink, and this girl that we met at Tudor the week before, I bought her a drink, and I'm like, fuck it, give me a Pepsi. Like, so
Word.
I'm actually buying people drinks at this point. Like, what the fuck? When did that start happening?
You know? There you go.
Usually, like, I stay the fuck away from the bar.
You know?
Oh, well.
It's just happiness afloat, you know?
Yep.
Sometimes it's like it's fun to make other people have fun, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's where peer pressure comes from. You know?
John drank a beer last weekend, man. I was surprised. He drank
Yeah?
the whole thing.
Wow.
He was so proud of himself. He finished it. And he's like,
What kind of beer was it?
Was it a Blue Light? I don't know. Jill might know better than I do. Wasn't paying attention. Leland is the king of peer pressure.
That's valid. You know, I do keep the party going. It's just something that I can't not do sometimes, you know. But like it's a vibe out with the people kind of thing, you know. I enjoy.
But you're also like super respectful if somebody says no. Like you've never made me do anything I don't want to do.
I never ask you to, you know. I mean,
That's also true.
If I already knew you didn't want to do it, but like,
Yeah.
you know, it's the politeness of offering and in the party and stuff. But like, you know, it's just as valid of a circumstance if you don't want to. It's reasonable. Yeah. Like,
I think like there's a lot of people around. Like I've never had like anybody just like, why don't you drink, fucking pussy? You know, like.
Oh man.
You know, they'll be like, okay, so you know, can I buy you a pop instead? Like, yeah, okay, sure, I guess.
It's like the adult version of "Give me your lunch money, freshman."
We were talking about. I was just talking like this dude tripped. We were going to Burtfest, and we were on the way over to fucking Ironworks, and this dude like tripped like right in front of John and I, and we like ran over to help him up. Like it was an older dude, and he was just like, "You guys going to you know Ironworks?" Like, yeah. So, all right, I'll buy you a drink when we get there. And he comes up, he's like, what do you guys drink? Like, nah, man, it's cool. You don't got to buy us nothing. He's like, no, what do you, like, we don't drink. Like, you want a pop? Like, yeah, okay, sure, we'll take a pop, dude. Just like, you know, we're not going to let you fucking lay on the ground hurt. We wanted to make sure you were okay. Like, you know, we're decent people. We didn't help you up to get free shit, you know?
Right on.
But like, you know, but it was cool because, you know, like he asked us what it was like, oh, you guys don't drink alcohol. That's cool. What do you want to pop or something? I find that happens a lot for me is like, you know, if somebody offers to buy me a drink and I say I don't drink, they're like, let me buy you a pop. Like, all right, cool.
Right on.
Like nobody is ever, and you know, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen to other people, but like nobody ever does that to me.
Good.
You know what I mean? Which is cool. So.
Right on.
Be like that. Be cool like that. Like, don't fucking...
Straight up.
You know. Jazzy says, I'll be the flattened above the influence ad girl, and Leland tries to keep me partying, and what am I going to say? No? Like a little bitch? Then he wins.
You know? What do I win? You know? What, do I win a more sober interaction with somebody? That's, you know, it's not a win and lose. It's just and like, you know, I think my thing too is like, you know, if everyone else is still partying, like I'm still gonna party, you know.
Yeah, sure.
That's kind of how I go about it, I guess. But like,
I don't begrudge anybody having a good time and doing whatever the fuck they want to do. Like, you know? I don't just, you know, as long as you're not trying to fucking force me to do shit, you know what I mean?
Straight up, just be good to people and like, you know, yeah. Sustain yourself.
Dennis is in the chat from Lead Uke. He says, "Let's hang out. I won't buy you a beer." Okay, yeah, no, it was. I mean, we'll see you on the 12th, November 12th. Lead Uke is gonna open that fucking show, leaving Brain Dead and the Clockers and Smitten for Trash. Lead Uke. It's gonna be a good show, man.
Remember, the 12th of November.
Yeah. Yeah, man. We'll have pop together, sitting at the bar drinking Pepsi.
There you go. Just get a picture, you know.
I should just get a fucking picture.
Really hammered.
It makes more sense.
There you go.
That's what we'll do next time. We'll just get a picture of Pepsi.
Ryan's always on the picture of Peebers at Stamps, and he'll ask for Peebers too. Like that's his word, Peebers. And like it's funny to watch like some of the bartenders get it and some of them not.
How do you like? I've never heard anybody use that term before, but I absolutely understand what he means.
You know, but like, and how do you work behind a bar at Stamps and not pick up like and like not like can he repeated himself and then like had to explain himself, you know? But like, come on, you got to put that together. I mean,
right? What else would be Peebers?
Special at Stamps, you know, and like that's how it be. Peebers. What else could be Peebers?
Right.
I mean, like maybe. I guess Peebers could sort of mean that peanut butter whiskey. What's it called? Screwball. You know, which Jen gave us Screwball at the sauce show, and was yeah. You know, it was Yellow Sauce has the fabled. Well, Ryan and I have the fabled tradition of we will have the bartender pick a shot when we get to the show, and like you know, it's just one to kind of kick off the night, sort of thing. But like. it was Screwball, and like, think about Screwball is every time I've had it, it's peanut butter whiskey. You know, it's better every time. I don't know what it is. Like at first I was repulsed. It's like this is disgusting. Maybe I could cook with it or something, you know. And then like, and then at Stamps I was like, you know, and it was the first thing I drank. I wasn't, you know, walked into it or anything, but like I was like, yeah, that's not bad. I'll do the peanut butter whiskey. You know, not scared of it anymore.
When I used to drink and I was in my old band, we would do shots of Jaeger every show.
Nice.
And if they didn't have Jaeger for whatever reason, I would let my bass player pick, and he would go with fucking Jack, and I can't stand Jack.
No?
I always fucking hated Jack.
I went to the Jack Distillery in Lynchburg, Tennessee.
Oh, that's cool.
It was fucking awesome. We got a tour, taste testing. Yeah. And we bought a bottle. Well, Marissa and I bought a bottle for our wedding. It says for the wedding of Lelan and Marissa on it. It's kind of a nice little shtick, but engraved, you know, that sort of deal. But it's like, it's super interesting. They tell you things like, I think the most interesting thing I learned, and we call back to this all the time, is the biggest difference between Fireball and Jack Fire, the whiskey fire, is Fireball uses sugar and Jack Fire does not. It's just like cinnamon on whiskey.
Gotcha.
So like, the thing is though, like your kidneys like dilute the sugar and the alcohol separately. So like you're more likely to be hungover, or it takes your body like longer to resolve Fireball than Jack Fire. That was like, you know, that was like their argument that you should get Jack Fire, and like I didn't need that, but like, you know, it was. I think like the recipe difference and the effects on people. That's cool. And I appreciate that. Nobody knows that, you know.
I got some information. It was Blue Light that John drank at the bar.
Blue Light's great.
Apparently he drinks coffee now.
Yeah.
Which I still don't. And the problem was I brought women who do shots, apparently.
Huh.
I did not bring anybody. I was picked up, and the women happened to be there. So,
Fair. Shots.
but, yeah. I bought her a fucking White Claw. I didn't buy her a shot, so...
You know? This ain't no doctor's office.
I don't know what the fuck the other girl was drinking that I bought a drink for, but it was like, you know, she was cool. It's like, all right, get these 2 drinks and get me a Pepsi. Like,
There you go. You know?
fuck it. So,
Party.
yeah, I didn't buy nobody shots though. So,
Shots are like...
shots would be. I mean, I wouldn't have minded if that's what they wanted to drink. I don't, you know, whatever. But
You know?
yeah.
One of these days, I should just not go for the cocktail or the mixed drink or anything, and I should just go all in on shots when I'm drinking. You know, I'll just let you know how it goes.
Sure, go ahead.
I never like exclusively do shots. You know, every
Yeah.
it's usually like a night of casual
I
drinking.
never did
and then
either,
somebody
really.
goes like, "Here's a shot." You know, we're gonna do a rally shot time. You know, and it's like cool.
No, we would do shots like right when we got to the bar, and then the rest of the night was fucking beer. Like,
Right on.
so.
Liquor before beer, you're in the clear. You gotta take care of yourself.
Jazzy's down for all shots.
There we go. You know, we can have Jasmine in on an iPad or something, or like you know, iMessage for shots. We should do virtual shots. We'll get together a group of like people from the scene in like a Skype, and like, you know, if you don't drink, you should still be there. You could do a shot of something different. You know, maybe, you know,
Yeah.
just like an item.
It'd be
but,
like that
just,
time you guys did a
gather.
show during the fucking pandemic where I wasn't there, but I sent in a video for you to use.
That was so dope. You really came in clutch for that one, Joe.
You fucking had the tablet like right between the two of you, and like
Yeah.
my video finished, and it's just me, like that is just like a picture of me.
It's just there.
You guys are playing with a picture of me.
Yep. Gotta live up to the thing as best we could.
I'll tell you what, man, that fucking CD release we did during the pandemic, that was fucking therapeutic.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was
Like, to be able to actually, like, perform in front of people, even if it was just, like, 6 people in a basement, like,
Yep.
that was therapeutic. Because it's like, oh, man, I missed shit like this.
Straight up.
And it was, like, really the first time I'd been out of the house, you know, like,
Right.
had the Ryan Sucks Eggs mask.
Right. Oh yeah.
I don't know whatever happened to that, but it's probably around here somewhere.
That was one of the coolest things we did. We got our scrims for that, which we didn't. We should have used the scrims more, I would say, but you
Yeah.
know, Well, we'll use them. We'll use them in our non-showedness of being a band, whatever that entails.
Trying to do some brain dead scrims, like get them professionally done. I want to get
Nice.
my buddy Al Creed, who does 8-bit art, to do 8-bit of each band member.
Nice.
And just put 2 on each scrim and 1 scrim on each side of the stage because we don't bring fucking amps anymore.
That's cool.
So much fog, yeah. We were talking when you came to audition for Brain Dead, when you and Jill came to audition, it was like, yeah, I want to get a fucking fog machine. You're like, I have one. She's like, I have one. Like, I don't have to buy one. Cool.
It works anyway.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
convenient.
because John was fucking watching Of Night and Light play at fucking Burkfest, and they had the fog machine going. He's like, we need a fog machine. We need a fog machine in the room. I'm like, we're not putting a fog machine in that tiny ass fucking room.
I love fog. When so that fog machine that was at the basement, the Yellow Sauce release show thing, or at least the fog machine that we used, it's been
Is that
around
the-
since Ritual Walk.
I would say that was the same one we brought to Sodas, right? Like when we fucking
Yeah.
played Janie Crash's wedding.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That thing's been kicking around. I've been using that for shows for a decade. It's not mine. I just I borrowed it from somebody, and then it just didn't really end up.
They
I
just
don't-
never
I don't
took
wanna
it
say
back.
I stole it. I just. It
You would
never
give
really-
it back if they asked for it.
to this day. I really would.
Right.
And I don't think that they needed it. But it's a banging fog machine. It's overpowered for every venue I've used it in, unfortunately. But we used to, so at first, in Ritual Walk, when we had this thing, we would practice in my buddy's his mom's dance studio at the time, and it was a real good space for us because got this little ballroom floor with the mirror that the dancers can see themselves and their figure in, their form, that sort of thing. And then we had the fog machine going during our practices, and what I would call and refer to this day as the fog room sessions. And it would just fill the whole room to the point where you literally could see 2 feet in front of you, and that's it.
Which is exactly what would happen if we used a fucking fog machine in the room we're practicing in.
Yeah, exactly. What would
Currently practicing in. This is another
yeah,
story.
because there is a real ceiling in that room. It's the hallways that have the fake ceiling.
Right.
Yeah, so it would fill up real fast, in fact. But we had the fog going, and I couldn't see anything, and we're jamming. And then all of a sudden there's 2 people that just run in that 2 foot of space before me that I don't recognize these people at all. They're not part of the band, or they're not part of the people that were just there with us at the time. So that was confusing at first. But then it turned out to be one of his cousins or something. So
Gotcha.
it was all cool in the end, but I was personally very confused at that time in the fog room. But yeah, I always said, if I could create my own stage in Guitar Hero, it would be like that. As much as it wouldn't be a fun stage because it would just be a lot of gray on the screen. But as a video game developer, if I were, that would be real easy.
Lots of gray and just your fucking your tracks. Yeah.
Basically, yeah. It's like a blank background sort of thing.
I used to be so good at Guitar Hero. I still am. I just don't play as often because
Fair. Got it in
Jill,
the closet.
Jill asked a stranger to smell her feet. That doesn't surprise me.
Did they smell your feet?
That's the question. Did they?
Did they accept? That's
I almost did buy a fucking fog machine though. Because I went to urgent care, and there's a Big Lots right by the urgent care. So I was wandering around. They had got their Halloween shit up, and they had a Halloween fog machine. I'm like, that'd be cool.
there you go.
And I had it, and I'm like, you know what? I don't fucking need this, and I put it back. So
You need a zombie-ish one for the living brain dead image. Fit the stool.
yeah, you know what I actually had was I had a fucking strobe light, because I used to have a fucking strobe light that I bought at a toy store, and it would go to the fucking music. And I'm like, yo, that would be cool to have. Mm-hmm. And then I realized this one makes noise, it fucking screams and shit. It's I don't want that. That's fucking stupid.
Fair.
I could make these fucking lights do that too if I wanted to. The
But
fucking
can you
strobes.
break the part of it that makes noise?
That's a good question.
You
I
might
don't
be
know.
able to break it.
I don't know. I got these fucking can lights here, and I can fucking make them do strobe effects. So
Fair. That's good.
I think we had them on when you came to audition. We had the fucking ones we got in there. fucking go to the music. So it plays along with John's fucking drums because we have no fucking actual sound in the room.
I don't know if I recall that. But I don't know if I would.
Yeah.
Could be.
And so, yeah, gonna have to move that shit out of that fucking room, apparently. I don't know who will figure that shit out, but that's another fucking problem. That's another story. That's got nothing to do with anything we're talking about here. But
just, in these difficult times, do remember that it's fine, dude. That's like, that's what it's fine is really meant for.
I have been like saying that to myself for days now. Just like, it's fine, dude.
Yep.
It's fine, dude. Like,
it's fine, dude.
The yellow sauce fucking mantra. It's fine, dude.
We call it the Church of It's Fine, dude. Like, it's a whole lifestyle thing that you do, like, you can't let things get to you because, like, if you're not in your it's fine, dude mentality, you're not as well equipped to handle the adversity as it comes,
Right.
That's the whole thing about it. Like, you need to, it's cool, calm, level-headed. Like, fucking, it's fine, dude. Like, that simple.
Coming up this Saturday night, if you're not going to go see Jupiter Trolley's tomorrow, PA Line, who we played earlier, you could go to the Soup and you can see Houston and the Dirty Rats, along with Smitten for Trash and some other bands to be announced. If you don't know where the Soup is, ask a punk like Ryan Gurnett of the Buffalo Music Struggle is Real, whatever the fuck his stupid podcast name is. Because somehow he knows and I don't.
Okay.
But the Soup, Houston and the Dirty Rats, and Smitten for Trash, and some more bands. That's Saturday night. It's the Soup's Halloween costume party at 7 p.m. $10, all ages. So check that out on Saturday if that's more your speed. This is Houston and the Dirty Rats, and this song is called "The Lying Game" on all WNY ThinkSoJoE show.
Lies and hypocrites surround me, I'm surrounded by the enemy, and it's getting hard to breathe. These walls are closing in, I'm running out of oxygen, and it's getting hard to breathe. I gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. I gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. There's a witch hunt on the rise, and you're also full of lies, but I don't know what I've done. I can't escape, you burn me at the stake. What did I do to everyone? I gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. I gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Everyone's synthetic, everyone is fake. I don't know how much more of this I can take. Everyone's synthetic, everyone is fake. I can only take so much cause I'm about to break. Gotta go, gotta go. I gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Gotta go, go.
Houston and the Dirty Rats. You can't see Lelan, apparently. Houston and the Dirty Rats, the song called "The Lying Game" on all WNY ThinkSoJoE show. Go catch them at the Soup. If you don't know where that is, ask a punk. Somebody more punk than me, apparently, like Ryan Gurnett.
Or Dewey.
I think Dewey does know where the Soup is.
Well, Coin played there recently.
I'm pretty sure.
I couldn't go.
Pretty sure Coin played there.
Yeah.
We were out Saturday night, and I realized it was the 5th anniversary show for like the 5th anniversary live stream for that other podcast, and I was just like, and if I would have realized it sooner, I would have been like, yo, we should go to Milky's and just pop in on his anniversary show and be like, yeah, we thought you could use a ratings boost.
There you go.
He says he can only go live once a year, so that was he did it for the anniversary show, because going live on a podcast is so difficult to do. I can't imagine having to do it every week.
You know, shots fired once again.
I fucking love
The
Ryan.
podcast competition is real.
I love Ryan, but friendly rivalry. It's funny. I was at fucking Mohawk, and we're looking. They got that fucking board with all the stickers on it, and I found a fucking Living Brain Dead sticker, and it was right on top of a Struggle Is Real Buffalo Music Podcast sticker.
Yeah.
That was on top of a ThinkSoJoE show sticker.
Incredible. Wow.
It's like, yeah, okay.
Phases of life.
We're friends in real life. We really are, but yeah, we kind of have this professional rivalry going anyway, so.
Like Yellow Sauce, an XM priority.
Right.
Yeah. There's beef going on right now.
I saw that going on in, like, Dewey's comments, and I'm just like, I know what I got to do, so I jumped in with the Living Brain Dead and just shared, like, a popcorn gif.
Dewey manufactured that.
Yeah, I'm aware.
He beefed that into existence, as Dewey do. He also, Dewey suggested that there should be rivalry between your bands, and I was like, Dewey, what do you mean by that? Because Joe's in Yellow Sauce and the Living Brain Dead, and he's like, well, the cover band, and I was like, okay, Dewey knows about the cover band, but like Dewey, the cover, like even in that case, you're telling Joe, like, that's just such a conflicting statement of, like, Joe's bands should have a feud between them, because there's so much conflict of interest involved in that situation.
It's funny because I have been in XM Priory and I'm in Yellow Sauce, so it's just so like I had to just sit there with with the popcorn gif, like,
yep,
from the Living Brain Dead account, like. But yeah, like, you and I have both been regulars on the Nick and Dan show.
That's true,
So,
This is my platform to publicly ask the Nick and Dan show for a 4th season, because I shit the bed on the 3rd season. They were saying, like, yo, you should be on, is Professor Lelan again? And I was like, yeah, I should. And then, like, I just I was busy or something.
The format changed across the entire spectrum of the show.
Oh.
Just like you did all of season 1 as Professor Leland. I did all of season 2 as, like, doing these just drunken idiot narrator fucking bits at the beginning.
It was great.
And then for season 3, I just kind of, like, sent them in some shit of me, like, on the green screen.
Wasn't season 3 during the pandemic?
Season 3 was, like, during the pandemic, yeah. So I would send them in shit from the green screen, and then for the final episode, they broke me out of jail.
Yeah.
Because that was the whole, like, story throughout the season was I got arrested. There was my favorite fucking thing I've ever done as far as, like, video production is it's me sitting in a fucking room. There's a fucking, there's, like, a window with bars on it. So I'm, like, in jail. And you just hear a train go by, and I hang my head and cry.
Oh, man.
Fucking Johnny Cash reference, like, just
incredible.
I for whatever reason, like, I had this idea of like, I should do a green screen thing where I'm just, like, depressed because they haven't called me to do season 3. So I started with that, and then the next one was just me sitting in a jail cell, and I'm just like, Nick, Dan, Carl.
Oh, man.
So
Carl's been key in the beef between Yellow Sauce and XM Priority, man. Carl sent us a whole song about how he just hates Yellow Sauce, and he says some really raunchy things.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head exactly, but man, what a song. Carl the Skeleton.
Yeah.
Carl Scully Winslow on Facebook, everybody. Go add him as a friend.
That's how my Halloween costume a couple of years ago got revealed. Was I was standing? It was a picture of me standing next to Carl that Nick posted on fucking Facebook. Karina didn't see that picture though. She came to Stamps. She had pizza, and I went to go help her with the pizza. She didn't know it was me. This was before we were dating, I was wearing it was the fucking wrestler, the Patriot. So like my whole fucking face and my beard were all covered.
I also
like,
had no idea that you were you that
Yeah.
night. I remember that. I was looking for you too. I think because I knew that you were going to be there, obviously. And then
I was like just a fucking demon or some shit for Halloween this year, and you just walked by me, and I just stood up and got right in your face. You're like,
Yep.
Joe? Yeah.
Once again this year, also was unsure who you are.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a reoccurring theme of like,
I got nothing going on for I might go to the Sabres game on Halloween this year. Like, I
Yeah?
got nothing going on.
nice. They're playing on Halloween this
They're
year?
playing on Halloween. They're playing the Canadians at
That
home,
sounds
so
like a good one.
well, I go to that.
That
I want to go to
sounds like a good
90s
game.
night, but 90s night is on a fucking Wednesday.
Yeah.
So it's like I got to rearrange the fucking podcast, which might actually be possible now, but well, no, because we got the fucking cover band we're going to be doing on Tuesdays. And, eventually we're going to get to that.
You know, what's important is once it starts, we hit the ground running.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
well and good.
Obviously, we're not going to get mad at John for having to get fucking oral surgery.
You know, that's a big deal. And John's going through it right now.
Yeah, man, I've been there, done that.
Right on. Fucking
Like-
times.
Like, he went to lock the band door and, like, touched his tooth and had to fucking hand me the keys to lock the door. He just couldn't fucking do it. Like, that's how much pain he's in. So, like, I'm really glad he's, you know, getting these teeth pulled and, you know. I'm kind of mad that he's dealing with some other bullshit on top of that, but, like,
You know,
you know.
when it rains, it pours, as they say.
Yeah, fucking fuck him. You know?
Fuck 'em.
Fuck him.
You gotta fuck 'em.
It's fine, dude.
That's something that we do in our Fortnite squad that you haven't joined yet, is like when we're going after somebody, or like Ryan's like, hey, that team's over there. I'm like, well, fuck them. You know, we're going to fuck them. Like, that's just, you just got to be as raunchy about it as possible.
Right.
You got to run with us, Joe. It'll be great. You could stream it, you know? It would be super cool.
I could stream it. I haven't done a gaming stream since, like, it was before Brian died, actually.
shit.
Because, like, fucking, I hadn't done one in a while, and I went to go jump on, and I was going to play, like, Conker's Bad Fur Day. And I got a text, like, right before I went on. This is, like, a week before Brian passed. And I got a text, like, right before I was about to go on stream that this girl I knew in Tennessee fucking died.
Oh, shit.
And so, like, you know, I still did the stream, and it was, like, really kind of therapeutic to, like, talk to people and just, like,
Yeah.
you know, because, like, and I went out that weekend, and I had said to somebody, like, yeah, you know, I'm so lucky that I haven't really lost a lot of people close to me. Like, I dated that girl that died, but, like, you know, very briefly. So that was, you know, but that was, like, really, like, holy shit, like, she was only, like, 42 or something, you know?
Damn.
And then, like, you know, like, the next week, Brian fucking went.
Right.
And it's like, God damn, like, okay, that one really fucking hurts, you know, like,
Yeah.
not saying that the first one didn't, but, like,
All right, but, you know,
yeah,
that was close.
yeah, like, like that girl and I, we hadn't really talked in a while.
Right.
Brian and I talked the night before.
Right.
I literally watched They Live because he was watching They Live. I'd never seen it. It was 4th of July, and it's like, fireworks are going off. What the fuck else am I going to do? I'm just going to watch this fucking movie. Fuck it. Put headphones on and watch the movie.
Right on.
And, you know, we used to do the Joe Knows Jack bit on the show when Brian was co-hosting, where he would give me movies to watch, and I'd tell him, oh, yeah, you know, this is what I thought of the movie. I never got to tell him what I fucking thought of the movie, and it's one of his favorite movies. So I actually, at the end of last year, found out that Mattel had put out a line of, like, WWE wrestlers in movie action figures. And, of course, Roddy Piper being in They Live, I saw the They Live one. I'm like, I need that. And I fucking got it. It's up on the top shelf there. My fucking Roddy Piper They Live action figure in honor of Brian.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, Jazzy, I don't know where Laura is. She shows up when she wants to show up. That's how she misses announcements when we don't do shows on Wednesday, and then she's just like, "Oh, the show got canceled." And like, no, the fuck it didn't. We did it yesterday. Because I am really leaning towards I want to go to fucking 90s night for the Buffalo Sabres. They're revealing the new fucking black jerseys. Like,
Nice.
gotta go.
Yeah, I'm super into those. I was gonna ask if there's a way to see when they're doing those ones.
That was the era like that I started going to games, was the black and red era. So
It's like the most nostalgic time of like being a Sabres fan for me personally. Like,
right,
They were
And see,
wrecking
I mean,
at that time, you know. That was the good days. Like,
I mean, you're much younger than me too, so that was kind of like, that was kind of the era you grew up in.
It was, you know, that was.
Whereas, I grew up with the blue and gold and like, closer to what we have now, but like
Gordie Howe and all that.
Gordie Howe, man, that's before my time there. Mr. Hockey.
Mr. Hockey.
You want to throw a Stan Mikita in there too? And
That's fine.
I was watching Wayne's World the other day,
Yeah.
Just-
It's a classic.
realizing just how much that is mine and John's life at this point.
Feel that?
Because he's always said like, yeah, it feels like we're Wayne's World, like people, like we go places, people know who we are. Like, hey, aren't you that dude from that podcast?
Hell yeah.
So I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna watch Wayne's World and Wayne's World 2.
There you go.
Because I watched the Bills game, so I had the projector up. So I'm like, I'm gonna watch some fucking movies. So I watched Clerks 3 again,
Nice.
and then I watched Wayne's World 1 and 2. And then I was like, all right, I gotta put this shit away so I can go to work.
Feel that.
Hit some fucking deadlines.
Do some Mariah Carey.
Fuck. I saw the message and I didn't fucking open. Like I just saw it. Like I saw it pop up on my phone and I'm like, what the fuck, Mariah Carey? Like what the fuck? And then I got the message from Jasmine. I'm like, that makes perfect sense now. Okay. Of course it's you guys.
The best thing about being in any sort of group chat with Dewey is like the plot just kind of unfolds in front of you.
Yeah, it does.
You know?
I'm in that fucking fan club group, and I don't pay attention to it unless I'm tagged. But like occasionally, I'll look in there,
Yep.
and it's just like, oh man, what the fuck?
It's usually something ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, all the
You
time.
don't really have to like keep up with everything, and
Yeah.
it's all.
Yeah, I have it muted, so I don't get fucking notifications on it or nothing. But every now and then, like it'll just like somebody will tag me in a fucking message in there. I'll just, all right, what the fuck am I looking at now?
I mean, like, I will say though, like, I am brought to full on out loud laughter in that group incredibly often. Like, it's like, I don't know. There's just often some funny shit going on. Or like, I'll just like, if you do like pop in and you go and you like read into something that people have been talking about, like it's probably gonna make you just hysterically laugh. I don't know. I don't know why.
Yeah, the
just-
Godsmack fan club.
It's ridiculous.
You ever see Godsmack?
Yes.
Isn't it hilarious to you that like he has this big booming singing voice and then he walks up to the microphone, right? He finishes the song, walks up to the microphone, he's looking all pissed off and mean, and he's gonna say something, and he goes, "Hey guys, we're Godsmack from Boston, Massachusetts."
Yeah,
What the fuck?
Sully Erna is an interesting character, I'll tell you.
He's got this booming fucking singing voice, but when he talks, it's just like, "Hey guys, this next song's called Awake."
He's also pretty short.
Yeah,
you know?
he is.
Yeah, he that actually when I saw them, it was the Godsmack and Disturbed tour from
Okay.
like that must have been like Mayhem like 15 years ago or something, and Megadeth was opening for them too, but it was a secret. But like everybody knew about it, and that was like the show of small vocalists that are very with very loud booming vocals. Sully Erna and David Draymond from Disturbed both on the same show, who's also like small but has a very large voice,
Mm-hmm.
His voice is larger when he speaks though than Sully Erna. Like that's the
Yeah.
different.
Just that trip, because I saw him with Metallica.
Damn.
He's just, they come out, play a couple of songs. "Hey guys, we're Godsmack from Boston, Massachusetts."
Like the guy from Bowling for Soup all of a sudden is up here, you
Oh,
know?
fuck. We saw Bowling for Soup over the summer,
Oh yeah.
and they played like 6 songs
Oof.
and talked for like 20 minutes in between each song.
That's how I remember them.
It is just like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I don't give a shit that you saw the Gin Blossoms and they played a new song. Play your fucking song.
Straight up. Wow. What a thing to talk about.
Like, it was literally, like, they would play a song, then they'd tell a 10-minute story, then they'd play another song, and another 10-minute, like...
Right.
Like, if you're gonna do that, could you have had Less Than Jake headline?
Straight up. I've told you before, but, like, when I saw them, they, like, stopped one song, like, mid-song, and, like, went on, like, a whole, like, 5 to 10 minute rant on, like, potty jokes for...
Yeah.
And then they, like, resumed the same song, and I was like, they're playing the... I was, like, mind-boggled that they were actually playing the same song after a gap that long.
I saw them, like,
wow.
way back in the day, like, when A Hangover You Don't Deserve came out with, like, fucking 1985 or whatever. Like,
Wow.
like, I saw them back then, and I don't remember them doing that then.
No.
I see them now, and it's just like, what the fuck? And just, like, I was warned about it ahead of time by my buddy who had seen, like, 3 shows on that tour so far, because him and his girlfriend are, like, huge Less Than Jake fans. She's seen them, like, I think she said 80-something times, Less Than Jake. So they were like, yeah, we're going to leave before Bowling for Soup. We saw them last night. It was just like, yeah, be prepared to hear them talk a lot.
They're just, like, hard selling themselves as comedians or something, you know? Like,
almost.
Yeah.
It feels that way. Like, it was just kind of, it's like, dude, like, shut up and play the music.
So maybe it's a question for Google, but, like, what does a Bowling for Soup set list look like? Did they devote these long stretches of time to banter, and is it like sectionalized?
Like the actual like physical like set list on the stage?
Yeah,
like I don't know.
Say, you know, like what is like do they list these sections and what do they call them? You know?
Right. It was just because like obviously I mean they do it every night because like later on in like some of the punk rock groups I'm in like people were like, dude, we saw Bowling for Soup last night. What the fuck?
Right on.
Like, Less Than Jake just goes up there, they'll joke in between songs, but, like, they'll jump right into another song.
I'm gonna play a set, you know?
Yeah, they're playing a full fucking set, and the Aquabats, like, you know, they do their whole shtick, but, like, they still played way more songs than Bowling for Soup.
Right.
Like, what the fuck, man? I like Bowling for Soup. I just don't want to hear them fucking stop every fucking song and just be like... Yeah, so this happened, and then that happened, and then this happened, and...
You'd like to enjoy their show a little bit more, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you guys could have fit in some more songs I liked. Instead of just like, you know, here's 1985, and here's Girl All the Bad Guys Want, and here's like the theme from Phineas and Ferb, and like...
Yep. Which, of course, they have to play live.
Right.
You know? Like, you can't not... I mean...
That would be like They Might Be Giants not playing like the Malcolm in the Middle theme, you know?
You know? Well, to be fair, though, Primus doesn't always play the South Park theme. They do sometimes, but
Yeah.
they don't always. In fact, like, I think that there was a specific tour, like, 10, 11 years ago that they were playing the South Park theme on. But they've got a lot of music, you know? A lot of real good hits that you're going to have to learn for our cover band.
They did the fucking South Park anniversary show. Out in Colorado.
I saw that, and they did fucking Closer to the Heart with Rush.
Yeah, that was fucking cool, wasn't
so
it?
cool.
Like,
yeah.
Like I was talking to Wasted Reject. I think I don't know if it's his grandpa or whoever the fuck it was, but some guy who's like friends with Sam from Wasted Reject, and like you know an older dude, and we were talking about Rush, and I was like, dude. They just reunited, just Geddy Lee and fucking Alex, like, reunited and did Closer to the Heart with the fucking dudes from South Park. And, like, you could find it on fucking YouTube, and he's like, I'm gonna go look that up. So I hope he got to see it.
Super cool.
Yeah.
They also reunited with, I think that they played with Tenacious D at the Taylor Hawkins tribute thing. But,
Oh,
like,
wow.
I didn't find any, like, pro footage of that or anything. Like, I'd really like to see that.
Yeah, I didn't catch, I know, like, they were airing that on, like, pay-per-view or something. I didn't get around to watching it.
It's on Paramount Plus.
That's what it
but
was,
it's-
Paramount, yeah.
It's like a real soft little sliver of the show. Like, you know, there's so much that I'd love to see.
So it's not like the full thing, like the South
No,
Park one.
It's like a half hour, 45 minutes of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an episode.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I was, I think I had a show or something that night. There was some reason I couldn't watch it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's like it's great. Like what you can see of it is awesome. Like you should watch it. But like it's like, you know, if you're looking for specific things like fucking Geddy and Alex from Rush, like you know, you're not. Unfortunately,
You would
don't
think
get
that would be like one of the first things that goes up on fucking YouTube. Like, hey, we got Rush
Yeah, so I didn't see the one. I think that they might have released another episode on Paramount from the LA tribute, but at least like I know that Getty and Alex played at the other tribute, and they were not included at all in the footage on Paramount Plus. I was like, you're gonna highlight this night, and like, how does Rush not make that? How does
That's
that
a
work?
big fucking deal because like they don't do appearances too
Right.
often.
No, straight up.
Like since fucking Neil died, like they haven't done a lot. They haven't done much.
Straight
You don't
up.
hear from fucking, especially Geddy Lee. Like,
Right. That's fucking wild.
yeah,
Alex has got a new band. Fucking, have you heard Envy of None?
I haven't, but I knew he had another band.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
It's like it's definitely like, for me it feels like a little bit more of a retirement gig for him, where like it's a little easier on him as a guitarist, I think, but like, you know, he's still doing fucking awesome in it. Like it's
Yeah.
some Alex Lifeson fucking,
right.
you know, like his tone in some of those tracks is like you couldn't mistake it for anybody else, you know.
Yeah. I never got to see Rush. That's one of the bands like I wish I would have gotten to see, like them, the Tragically Hip, like
Same.
yeah,
Feel that.
you know. I did get to see like Stone Temple Pilots and Linkin Park and like
Fuck yeah.
you know, a lot of bands where you're not going to get to see them
Yeah.
at least in their original forms again.
Right. I made a point to see Bob Dylan, but I can't say original form. Bob Dylan's pretty far off the mark for
I
what
would
he wants
imagine at this point.
You know, I listen to like Hurricane and shit. You know, like
Yeah.
I think it's from the Iris album, but fucking the old.
I think that's maybe why I saw Metallica like 6 times in the last year. Is just like
Yup.
got to see them before they go.
Yeah, they're in their prime at least for now. I mean, you know.
I wanted to go. They did the thing in New York City, the charity thing, and like Mariah Carey was on it and shit. And like,
Hell yeah.
I wanted to go and but you could only like win tickets or you had to like earn tickets doing community service. And it was like I didn't win the tickets. I like found out about it the day the contest was ending. So I entered, I didn't win, and I'm like, fuck, all right. And then, you know, I was talking to some friends and they're like, yeah, that's probably not even gonna be worth it to go because they're just gonna do like greatest hits shit, which is exactly what the set was. It was all like Black Album shit. So it's like, all right.
You know.
I saw him do the 40th anniversary last year. Nothing's gonna fucking top that, except maybe the 50th anniversary. You know.
Right. You know, I mean.
Ooh, it's time to go. We gotta go. It's time to end the show.
Well, shit.
Yeah, hey, we're going to talk about a show real quick, and that is Folkfaces' 10-year anniversary show this Saturday at Nietzsche's at 248 Allen Street in Buffalo, where they'll be playing with Dirty Blanket and Well Worn Boot. That's an entertaining show
That's
right there.
That's a great show. Holy crap. I might go to that.
Yeah, Well Worn Boot is fucking insane.
Yeah.
But Folkfaces' 10-year anniversary show at Nietzsche's, it's 9 p.m., $10 at the door, and 21 and up with your ID, of course, because it's at Nietzsche's. And this is Folkfaces, and this song is called Undone in Sorrow on All WNY Think So Joe Show. And I'll see you guys next week.